on the piano?
I think, if you want to.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge, William Bookwalter.
Bill Bookwalter will call the shots.
Here I stand, innocent and lost, broken limbs, prove that I am guilty by dissociation, on an accessory. Guilty by dissociation, on an accessory.
ChkM8 MMA.
Hey, Fight Show episode 84. We're back. No Bill Bookwalter, but I'm joined again by our good friend Anthony Dill.
What's going on, guys?
Piano player extraordinaire. Powered as always by ChkM8 Specialty Roasters. You can check out our full line of coffee, fresh roasted specialty grade, fresh roasted to order coffee, as well as our full line of merch. And you may see some familiar faces. Proud to say we got merch. Not only that we have merch with these guys, but they're here, they're joining us. Two of them are the hottest prospects in the country. The third one, I have no fucking clue who he is. He's just some guy that showed up at the last minute, but they'll take care of the rest of it. Proud to say, and still joining us tonight, James Lito and new Joey Milano and some kid named Sean.
The short notice king, Sean Casey.
My boy. Can't forget about Short Notice King.
All right, so let's just take it from the top with Sean. Sean, introduce yourself. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
My name is Sean. I've been training for maybe 2 years. I just had my first amateur fight in August, and I took in 2 short notice fights since then. Last week and the week before.
You've been training. What have you been training for? Just your kickboxing and jiu-jitsu for 2 years. What about wrestling? How long you been wrestling?
I've been wrestling since since I was in 5th grade.
Oh yeah, Jack Lito in the building. Another future champ for CFFC.
My boy.
Keep going, Sean.
Yeah, I've been training. I've been wrestling since I was in 5th grade. I didn't really take it too serious until I was in high school. Yeah, that's really it for training.
Nice. And how old are you now?
I'm 19.
Good. All right, let's move on. We'll go to Joey. Tell us about yourself, Joey Milano. Who are you?
I'm Joey Milano, and James Sean fought on the last CFFC card. Right now, I am 7-0. 7-0 AMI, and so we should be boxing here in about a little less than a month. But I'm excited. Just been growing a lot with the boys, with you, Dill, James, Sean now, and Bill, and just excited for what's in the future. But, about it.
All right. How old are you, Joey?
I am 22. So,
and you've been wrestling since you were what?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I always forget about that part of my life. I feel like I'm 2 different people.
I know.
Now I have this, and I just forget about everything. But yeah, I've been wrestling since about 3rd grade. I started wrestling because I just kept pulling much stuff, so they made me wrestle. I thought it was WWE, so I showed up to practice, and they made me put some wrestling shoes on and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I don't know about this, dude. I didn't know about fondling other men, other boys at the time, it's in 3rd grade. But, it wasn't for me, but I was forced to do it, and I ended up just becoming pretty good at it. So, then I went to college, and I decided that college isn't for me too, not fun, so I dropped out.
What else did you do growing up? You were riding a lot of dirt bikes and whatnot, right?
Yeah, I used to race dirt bikes. Always just been like adrenaline junkie.
Any other sports?
And the others, nah. Yeah, I played football, but I got kicked off the team because I don't know. I thought football was fighting. I guess try to fight, try to fight a couple guys. We don't like that there.
Yeah, nah. That was. What about you, Sean? Let me get back to you with that. What else? What other sports were you playing? What else did you grow up? And why did you start wrestling? Actually,
When I was younger, I always played baseball. Like my dad always got me into baseball. I didn't play that for long. Like I stopped probably like right before I got into like middle school. And I just started wrestling because I had a lot of friends that wrestle, so I just did it with them. Like not really like taking it. Like I was like kind of doing it to get into shape.
yeah.
I always hated wrestling. Like I thought it sucked like every day, but I started to get used to it, and I actually really started to enjoy it since then. But other than that, I didn't really do like I didn't take any other do any sports like seriously. So
All right, now let's get to the champ.
Go ahead, ask me a question.
So tell us. Just give us a little rundown. Who are you, brother?
James Leto, 7-1. We don't talk about the one. Eating some chicken right now because the champ stays hungry.
Hey,
But
Wait, let me hold on. Time out. I just realized something. When you said 7-1, Joey said 7-0.
I am 7-0. He can run it back whenever he wants. I hope he's
My man. So let's put a little Joey 6-1, but he was whooping that kid's ass and got caught, and I guess that kid's a little scared to run it back or
I
something.
don't know. Yeah.
he don't want to run it back. Why would he?
That just registered. But
We should all
anyway,
be eating some chicken right now because we're all hungry at the Algeo's gym. If you're wondering why I'm eating plain chicken, it's because I got to lose weight for the next one.
Yeah.
Hasn't even been a week. I'm ready for the next one.
Keep going, James. 7-1, pretty much 8-0, because whoever that was probably don't want to run it back either. Keep going.
I don't want to run it back either. He was pretty big.
All right. So we'll both keep it pushing.
Well, we'll call it
7-0-1.
Yeah, we'll call it a draw. God bless him. But wrestled in college, was from this area, so when I wanted to transition, Bill was really good friends in college with my cousin, and my cousin introduced us. So I started training here in the summers, kind of on and off, picking up fights in the summer and then go wrestle. But now that I'm done, I'm moved back. It's full time now, and I mean it's been going really well. Like we had the biggest opportunity of our amateur career so far just the past weekend, and went super well. Like a lot of work went into that camp, a lot of ups and downs, and to go out there and both of us dominate, like, and just realizing like how rare that is, like on the amateur scene regionally, like two guys from the same gym both winning belts, and honestly the biggest amateur stage you can possibly be on, and that's really no debate there. But to both be successful and both be like super high ranked in the country after a couple short years of work, like it's really a blessing to look back on. So I'm just happy that we're all together and we can keep climbing that ladder because, like I said, we're all hungry. So yeah.
Well, that's all hard work and earned. Just keep that in mind. But what about when you were younger, man? What were you doing with sports, and how young are you when you started wrestling? What got you into it?
Well, my dad's in the other room. He can attest to this, but I quit every sport I ever played in my whole life up until 7th grade when I started wrestling, and I was like 5'2" and 165 pounds. And my first year I had a negative record, but I decided I wanted to stick with it. But yeah, that was the first sport I ever really stuck with, and I just kept on wrestling. And it was hard, but like I ended up like losing weight, practicing all the time, and it became my life pretty quickly. And then once that kind of started to fizzle out, I started picking up fighting, and it's been history ever since, honestly. But yeah, like I quit every sport I ever played growing up, and wrestling was the first thing that I found that I enjoyed. And then discovering fighting, like I enjoyed that so much more. So that's kind of how it's been.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't realize probably us here might, but starting wrestling at 7 years old and getting to where you got with it is a pretty impressive thing, in my opinion. I don't think a lot of kids.
7th grade.
You said 7th grade you started, right? Yeah, it's pretty old to get, that far, in my opinion. Everybody's starting 5, 6, 7 now, young. And
Yeah. And like it is pretty, for me at least, it was like it was pretty intimidating, like being the only kid in my recruiting class at Pitt out of 14 kids who like didn't have a state medal. And like I remember getting there, and like it definitely got to my head a little bit, because it was like I don't have the same accolades that these kids do, but I mean, it was very rewarding getting in there every day and being around like the best guys in the country. And it definitely made me better, not only wrestling, but with fighting, knowing that like I can compete with the best guys in the country, regardless of like past accolades. And like, sure enough, there was only one other kid on senior night that was a freshman when I started there. So everybody else had gone, and me and this one other kid outlasted like our whole, I mean, I love everybody in the recruiting class. It was cool, but I mean, it was just me and one other kid from that recruiting class at the senior banquet. And I mean, it just goes to show that like it doesn't matter how you start, it's how you finish. And like that's definitely been something I carry with pride, like just being able to be tough and sustain those hard times. So
I'm curious, what was your middle school record? Were you varsity?
yeah, my first year I went 4-5, but I tell people 5-5 because I got a forfeit. But the truth is I was 4-5. I had a negative record.
And what about high school? You said you didn't get any state medals. I didn't know that. That's
In high school, I was 130 and 27. So better high
but
school.
You didn't get a medal?
No, I never got a medal.
God damn. PA's that shit, boy.
Yeah, PA ain't no joke. Oof. But then like you get to college and you wrestle kids who are state champs from other states.
Yeah,
like
4-time state champs, and you're like, what?
Yeah, they ain't like PA. PA is the best, and it's not close. And not even only at like high school wrestling, but boxing, kickboxing, MMA, like all that stuff. Like PA is a hotbed for combat sports, and it's because it's surrounded by states. So what are you gonna do?
I be wrestling at the gym. This guy named Jackson. Yeah, easy work. Easy work.
Yeah, he works with Make-A-Wish.
So
comes down, give him some work here and there.
Yeah, we gotta help out. We gotta help out where we can.
Wrestling.
All right, let's see where to take this. So the wrestling to fighting. What are some similarities? What are some differences that you guys all noticed? Because you all came from wrestling, so.
I would say similarities is absolutely none. Wrestling is. No, I'm kidding. But I don't know. I think just being like gritty. Like I think a lot. I don't know. I think some wrestlers can be really gritty, and others can just be kind of like you get hit with a punch or something, and you want to quit. But I would say definitely the pace of a fight relates to wrestling a little bit, just like being able to keep going, because in wrestling, someone's always on you, like grabbing you, trying to like put pressure on you. In a fight, it's a little more like slower pace, I would say, than a wrestling match. So I think it just gets you ready for that. But other than that, to me, I don't think there's that many similarities. For me, I don't think so. I think it's just like being born a fighter. I think like me, James, like Sean, it's different. Like just because we might have been good at wrestling or something, that doesn't mean that we're going to be a good fighter. I think you have to be kind of born into that, and then be put around the right guys, and we just have both of that. So yeah, for me,
why do you think wrestlers are the most successful then? If it's not,
I think because so many of them think they can do it. So then I think that they can do it, so that it just like more wrestlers like try to do MMA. So obviously a bunch of them are going to be successful. But yeah, what level? At the highest level, I don't know. Because you see a lot of these guys go in the UFC that were wrestlers, and they're getting out of college when they're 26 years old, and they're getting smacked on. So I don't know. I think some are successful and just makes up for the rest you aren't.
Yeah. I mean, that's my
I mean,
opinion.
I've
too. Oh, yeah, James.
all right. Well, I just think in any like MMA, like you can't really make this excuse, but like in wrestling match, we've all said it. Like you get beat by somebody wrestling, and you're like, I'd knock that kid out. We've all said it, and it's like in those single discipline sports, like you're kind of forced to improve, and it's like if you're having like if you can't take somebody down, you can't just punch them in the face and then expect to get points. It's like you have to figure out ways around that to get better. And it's like that is definitely the same in MMA, but there is more things to get better at. So it's easier to get better faster because there's such a wider variety that like nobody's perfect or nobody's like really, really good at everything in MMA, but there's guys in wrestling who are like really, really good at pretty much everything you can do. And it's like that's just like a big difference that I noticed, because like if you're getting beat up in MMA by somebody, you can just completely 180 your game plan and do way, way, way better. But like you can't really do that in wrestling. So it's not a similarity, it's a difference. But that's just something that I noticed, because I would make those excuses all the time. I'd be like, man, I hate wrestling. I just want to punch this kid. And it was like, you can't really survive with that frustration in MMA because the stakes are higher. You're getting punched in the face, kneed in the face, elbowed. Like you have to swallow your pride and find ways to get better. And there are more ways to do that. That's what I think.
Chime in, Sean. We haven't heard you talk much yet.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with both what James and Joey were saying. Like how Joey was saying how wrestling is like a lot like tiring. Like I definitely feel that way because it's just constant movement, and like it's just wrestling always like I feel like just made you like more disciplined. Like it helps like coming into MMA at least. It helps with like discipline and like improving, and when you come, what am I trying to say? And I feel like wrestling opens up a lot of like opportunity, and that's why I feel like wrestlers are more successful because like they've already like done this sport, and they're so comfortable with being on the ground. So it's like that's like half the game in like MMA, like right there. So that's what I feel like.
For me, it's like if you can't wrestle, you can't stop a wrestler. But if you can stop a wrestler, that wrestler has to know how to strike. So wrestling can't be an end or be all. But it's definitely the most necessary thing you got to know out there. I think stats prove that. Fights prove that. We got Jackson chiming in. He said, James, time to put the fork down, man.
Yeah, I'm going to whoop his ass tomorrow. Keep talking shit.
All right, so what about the weight cut? I'd say versus
weight
wrestling.
cut, honestly, like it's like you can cut so much more weight and it's really not close because it's like when you're wrestling, you have like a 1-2 hour weigh-in. You don't have enough time to rehydrate. Like if you cut the same amount of weight for a wrestling match that you did for an MMA fight, like you wouldn't be able to rehydrate in 2 hours. That's just the truth. But it's like an MMA weight cut, in my opinion, is like way easier because everything's geared into like one day and you can just do whatever after that. So the suffering is a lot different. It's not like with wrestling, it's like, oh shit, I got to do this whole thing over again tomorrow. And then after that, I got to do it next weekend. But it's like when you can hone in on just one weigh-in at a time every couple months, like you can cut a lot more weight. It's a lot more stress-free, in my opinion. Like I definitely don't miss doing the 1-2 hour weigh-ins 3 times a fucking week. Like that shit sucked.
Do you think it helped you though?
I mean, it definitely made me tougher, but like there's only a certain amount of times you can do something before it's like hurting you rather than making you better. So I mean, I definitely did it too much.
Maybe you didn't do it right, you think, or you think it was
Nah, man, nobody can do that. Nobody can cut mad weight like that and do it right, bro. You just got to
for that time period. I mean, it's hard to say because if you think about it, a fight camp, depending, how much weight you're cutting, you almost have that, you don't have to weigh in every week, but you got to slowly lose that weight so you have a good water cut, a good proper water cut. So you're almost in that weigh in every week wrestling mode for a little bit, where you're not weighing in at your fight weight, but you got to be slowly losing that weight to get to 10, 15 pounds over a water cut. I know
Yeah,
you're
but
not
it's just like
much weight
that.
yet, but
It's like you can't. So like there's if you're wrestling and you get your body small enough to where like it's an easy weight cut throughout the season, you don't do the yo-yo. But it's like, hold up, what's going on?
we just had to get this guy some camera time.
But it's like, what's the point of cutting weight if that's just your walk around weight? Like if you're wrestling, you wrestle 165 and you weigh like 170 all year round, you're just a smaller person. But it's like the point of weight cutting is so you have an advantage. Like you want to be like 180 wrestling 165. So it's like throughout the week you cut those 15 pounds. But if you're just naturally weighing 165 because you dieted down, then you're just a smaller person. You should be cutting to the next weight class if you're that smaller. But it's like it's not like that with fighting. It's like you're big as shit and you cut that weight and kill yourself every couple months. But I think it's not as bad. That's just my opinion. What's the point of cutting weight though if that's how much you actually weigh?
I would say it's definitely not as bad, but I mean, it's hard to say.
I would say it's not as bad, and it's just like it's just everything's better about MMA to me. So like the weight cut isn't as bad because you go out there and you have a full however long, 24 hours. Like some people have more than that to recover, and you can actually perform. Whereas a wrestling, like I had experience, like I had to make 174 and then wrestle on a 45-minute weigh-in. It's like impossible, and the athletes can't perform, and then it makes the showing not as good, and people don't want to watch it. I think that's one thing that sucks about wrestling and why it's not as big of a sport as it can be too. And and I think it's just better the weight cut too, because you only have to go out there for 15, 25 or however long the fight is, and you can go balls to the wall, then you're done. You don't got to wrestle 10 more matches. So, and you don't got to weigh in the next day. Like wrestling's weight cuts are way worse for me because you go out there, you win 4 matches, then you got to make weight the next day, and you have to lose another 10 pounds after you just wrestled, and you can't like eat when you're wrestling. It's just the way they do it. I think is really dumb and makes the sport miserable.
There's no way around it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
for wrestling.
I feel like with the wrestling, like weighing in, just like before.
That's pretty good, bud.
Yo, this fat boy in the comments, bro. He gotta shut up, honestly.
Can we pull a
Talk
picture
about
of
Ben
Jackson?
and Jerry.
Pull a picture of Jackson Allen.
Oh man.
Send
Keep going,
it
Sean.
to me. Send it to me. I'll get it up
Getting
on
out
screen.
too.
Send it to him. All right.
Yo, send it to me.
Yo, send him a picture.
Someone send him a picture. Someone send me a picture.
We got to figure out where this dude's brass went.
All right, little backstory behind Jackson Allender. He was originally set to be on the next season of My 600-Pound Life, but he decided he wanted to turn his life around, and he joined our gym with Joey Milano, his mentor, a couple months ago. And now he's worked his way down. He's lost about 100 pounds, and he's like 215 now, I believe.
Yeah.
Correct, Joe?
He is, he's around 215 now. Did the picture sound?
Put it in that group chat.
Oh,
Yeah, he's we're working on that. We hit a little hump. No pun intended. It's a literal hump on his back, and we're trying to cut. We think it's like 15 to 20 pounds that we could lose. We just can't get rid of it. We don't know what it
He's
is.
like a camel.
That's Jackson in the back there with the thing on his head. I DM'd it to you. You can post it up.
Put it in the group chat. I
sent it to him. It's all right.
Oh, okay.
I got it. You're good.
All right, yeah, just put up the same with the thing on it.
Yo, Jack Leto wants to ask when everybody is fighting again. I'll start before we show this picture of Jackson. So I'm in between November 1st boxing and November 7th MMA. So kind of in the middle of picking between those, Depends on what makes sense, but not sure. Might do a people's vote out of all 5 people that follow me and my fighting career, but we'll see where that goes. But we're all planning on getting on December 20th, so that's
Wait,
nice.
does anyone have the picture of Jackson Allender flexing with no shirt on at our last fight?
I have some videos. Can we put a video of him up here?
I need a picture of him.
Send it.
Oh yeah, Jackson. Keep commenting, brother.
There's Jackson.
Oh, was he up? I missed it.
All right, someone pull up the video of him. Yeah, there he is. Pull up the video.
Oh no.
Send it on IG. It's way easier to do it off the laptop. I got that pulled up.
Gotcha.
Get on IG.
Jackson, just remember you started this.
Oh, Joe, don't.
Somebody,
All right,
people
Jackson,
need
what's
this.
fighting next?
I just said.
Yeah, November 1st for Joey and myself. We're locked in for boxing at Valley Forge Casino. Reach out to us for tickets. Come out, support. James is up in air between that card with us and a week after that, CFFC. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And then Sean's got something scheduled November 15th, I believe. Kickboxing down in Delaware. His second fight he has a little preparation for. So I'm excited for that. Let's bring up a couple things here that I didn't realize either. We'll wait for James to get back. Actually, we'll start with you, Joey. But do you know
Bro.
Oh yeah, here we go. Do you guys know your opponent's combined records?
I think
They said mine was 13-2, but now that I just won it, it's 20-2.
21-3.
well, of all.
Oh wait, sorry, that's Joey. You're 20-2. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. I don't know if you guys know that, realize that.
Well, after I fought them, I think it's like 35-4 or something, 36-4.
No, I think it's 21-3. I just checked it out.
No, I said like now, like when I fought them, but like during like.
Oh, you mean like now with the record?
Like a couple of them, like 6-1 after me, and like I think it's 36-4 or something.
People don't fight after I fight them. That's true.
Yeah.
Last 4 haven't fought since.
Man.
The career ender.
Jack Leo out here with the big numbers. A couple of donuts out here, but he changed them donuts, all of them. Actually,
My opponent's combined record is 0. Oh, that's all right.
All right.
Go shuffle.
Let me see here. What can we go to next here?
The debut crusher, Jack Leto.
Yeah. Oh.
Uh,
Hold on, I'm reading some comments. Jackson, don't even pay that kid any mind anymore. All right.
Can we kick him?
Put a vote up.
that was actually
Let's talk about Sean a little bit, man. Sean, his first fight was I forget the kid's name.
Ashton Mercado. Yeah.
It's pretty sturdy, man. He came from a solid gym working at Eddie Alvarez's, and Sean went in there and worked this kid. Nothing against him. He was great, but Sean fucking worked him and somehow lost the decision. I'm still shocked about it. Doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, he's 0-2 now. MMA, right? And then his last fight took that on like less than a week notice after taking a fight on 3 days notice a week before. That he won that one. He worked that kid too. That was a good fight.
good kids though too.
Yeah, and they were all solid. The first short notice one he took, the kid was looked like he had 20 pounds on him. Looked like he really cut to make that weight, but
He was like 26. I just found that out.
yeah, and that's another thing. Sean's 19, man. He's fighting, most of these guys are older. I don't know I know the first guy he fought was a young guy like you, and it showed, you know what I mean? But
last guy I fought was like, I think it was 20.
yeah, he looked a little You look a little older, but got them Georgian jeans.
Yeah, the Georgian jeans.
All right, Joey,
Yeah, them
James.
What's up, John Paul?
Well, how long you been boxing, James?
I started my senior year of college, so a little over 2 years now.
And how was like your evolution of like being a fucking wrestler? Because we know that wrestlers suck at learning how to strike for a good bit, and most of them suck at learning how to strike in general.
Well, a lot of dudes that wrestle, they're just naturally like their upper bodies are very tight, and like my wrestling style was always loose, and my coach, boxing up there, Matt Layshock, like he told me that I was naturally very loose in the upper body, and like I could generate power like without like having to try to. It was just like I had natural rotation power. And like he said, it was easy for me to pick stuff up just because like I don't really like squeeze a lot. Like it's just I'm naturally pretty loose. So like when you think about like punching, you generate way more power, like not punching like a bodybuilder. And like a lot of wrestlers have that problem of like just squeezing and being like bodybuilders. Like it's not a very loose sport. Like it's very grindy and like isometric strength based, but it's like boxing, obviously like quick, snappy. You got to be strong, like a slingshot, and like wrestling isn't exactly like that. But I mean, I picked that up pretty naturally, and like that definitely made it a lot easier because I mean it's just punching and moving that head. So once you get the punching down, you just move that head. I'm still working on the moving my head part, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun to train. So I'm definitely gonna keep sticking with it.
I feel like I first met you about 2 years ago, right?
No,
So
no.
I feel like-
I started going there my sophomore year of college. So about 4 years I've been going there in the summers.
So I met you after that, right? Had to have.
I know it was my sophomore year of college. So however long ago that was. So that's almost 4 years now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I met you a little bit after that. So I think I remember you
2022.
that first time you came in the spar. You had like decent like hands. You weren't like some wrestler trying to survive. But
Yeah, that was
Joey
before I started boxing. But I just had that natural squabble. So
all right, let's get to Joey, man, because Joey came in. He looked like I don't even want to say the words I want to say because we might get kicked off the internet. But Joey was struggling, man.
We have 2 years of training.
I know, but in 2 years, what up, Tim?
What's up, Tim?
Yeah, that's what I thought. He seemed older, Jack. We got some of the gang popping in here.
What were you gonna say before?
Forget what I was saying.
What shit were you about to talk?
I forget now. What were we just talking about?
Yo, actually crazy. First time I came to the gym, I never fought before, never did anything. I knocked Dill's ass out cold.
Yeah, and then he woke up because I just fucking pieced his ass up. It was crazy.
That's
what we're talking about.
I've only been training MMA for probably like 2 years and like a couple months.
Yeah, and Joey came in. Joey's a good example of like a wrestler striking when he came in. Like he was fucking like. I wish I wasn't in my luxury home right now. You could see me better, but his posture was wrestler. His kicks were wrestler, but he evolved quick. Because if you look at him now, you would never know. He's gonna be one of those guys in the UFC that aren't shooting any takedowns or fucking people up.
Man, they have no clue, bro. Because now they wouldn't know. They wouldn't even know. I remember I went to a gym probably like a couple months ago. I forget where I was. I forget. It was either Platoons or somewhere, and the person that thought I was striking with thought I couldn't wrestle or something because I was just striking with him and piecing him up. And he was like, "Yeah, but how's your wrestling?" I was like,
"Where you wrestling at, Joey?"
Yeah, he's like, "Where you wrestling?" I'm like, "You don't want to know."
Yeah, I don't play around. We all getting that work. Yeah. Throwing up the personal problem.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
And Sean, fuck, man. I don't even remember when you came to the gym, but I feel like you had some striking or something, or you were just like naturally flowy. Something.
Yeah, I came like around like March of like 2024. So I've been at the gym for like a year like at Algeo for a year. I've done like a little striking before.
What did you do before? Where at?
At a place called Hearts in Kanchi.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You were doing some Muay Thai there.
Yeah, I was doing Muay Thai, a little bit of Jiu-Jitsu too, but
All right, that makes sense.
yeah, I wasn't like
How long was that?
I want to say like maybe like 7 months, and then I stopped like for my senior year of wrestling, and then when that was done, I just joined Algeo.
Yeah, you could tell you were going. It's that prime age when you're like 16, 17, 15.
Yeah.
Well, I guess what, like 15 you started probably?
Striking, like all that, I started 17.
17, yeah, it's like a good age where you're just so absorbent, and then you can go do shit on your own and watch YouTube videos.
Yeah, that's what I was doing a lot, like practicing and like crunch on the bag there.
And what's the secret now? How's everybody striking so good? Is it Mr. Perfecto?
Yeah, it's Mr. Perfecto. It's you. It's a bunch of people. I've been very grateful too that like Bill has hooked me up, and I've met like a lot of great people. I've trained with like the best guys in the world like already, and I'm 2 years in. It's crazy. When I was only like a year in, I was sparring with Corey Anderson. So not many people can do that a year into their learning how to do MMA. And I got to spar with Corey Anderson. I still go up there and spar. He's a really good guy. Love to see him win. He's really fucking good too. He's like really good, just everywhere. Got to spar. I still go up and spar with Luke Fernandez. He just won his Contender Series fight. He's a big boy. These guys are way bigger than me, and they're really good, have a lot of experience. But I'm just grateful I get to work out with these guys. And obviously Joe Pfeiffer, like he has helped me a lot, just like help mentoring me too. And me and him have a really good connection. We can like relate on a lot of things. And he's like helped me a ton. And then just meeting a bunch of people and being able to train with Andre, like Petrowski, I've been able to spar with him a bunch and just get to know these guys. And it's good to have connections. And I feel like I've been very blessed. I feel very blessed. And I'm just grateful. And I'm just excited to keep meeting people, learning, and, you know, getting there myself soon. So I think I'm only 2 years in, but I really do believe that like I can already compete with the best people in the world. And it's just a matter of time before get to show it and actually prove it. So, but yeah,
it definitely shows. I mean, there's a reason why these bigger guys want you to come and spar. You're giving them work, man. They need somebody like that, and sometimes it's that smaller guy that's a fucking dog, and obviously getting real good real quick.
And it's so weird because like I feel like I'm like a pretty big like dude, and it's weird being like the small guy. And like when I'm going with like someone like Corey. Like Corey's just like huge, bro, and it's like feels weird because I'm never used to like. I feel like that's why like my skills have developed so much too, because like I've only like
welcome. Keep going, Doug.
I only train with little guys like you, like Bill, like dynamic little guys, and like I feel like it's made my skills like so good like right away because I'm used to reacting faster. I'm like used to seeing you guys and how you move. So like if people watch me fight or what, I don't move like a big guy, like I move like a small guy, you know. Like I'm agile, and that's from you guys, you know. So
that's something I learned back in the day training at Martinez with Chris Dawkins, where he was the only big guy, and like he's a big guy, and he was training with a bunch of small dudes. And when he would fight these big guys, man, it showed because he moved like a small guy, and it helped him for a long time. It got him a good place, and I think that's a thing. Training with these smaller guys, obviously, if they're tough enough and good enough to work you get that speed work, and then you start moving like a small guy, and then you go with guys your size and you're just quicker, and then you're almost a small guy but you're bigger. Exactly. And then you get that feel where like when me and you were going, how I'm smaller and I'm just like a little smaller than you all the time, so it makes things easier sometimes, and now you get to feel that going with somebody bigger than you.
It's definitely weird, but there's definitely like pros and cons. Like going with someone you feel so much faster, you can move better, but there's also more danger.
Scarier.
But I would still say I still think it's harder to spar. Like for me to spar someone smaller than me, I'm used to it, but it's still definitely harder for me. Like it's much easier to go with a big guy, I feel like. But the big guys I went with who like some of the best in the world, so I can't really like say because they're still really good.
Yeah, of course. But what are some let's hear some hidden talents we got. Some shit Nobody knows. Sean, I know you're good at some shit, man. What is it? What do you got
hidden
for us?
talents?
Yeah. We all want to know. We're curious. You're too quiet for us, man. You don't talk too much.
I don't really
I
have
seen you
hidden
talk
talents.
more in I seen you talk more in AC than I did since I've ever met you. So I I know you're good at something, man.
I mean, I don't know. Nothing really comes to my head that for hidden talent.
He's humble. We'll have to find out the hard way.
Yeah, I guess I don't.
What's your talent, Joey? If you couldn't hold on, wait, let me rewind. If you couldn't fight for whatever reason, it's outlawed, banned, you can't even fight underground ever again. What are you gonna do?
Me?
No, not you, not yet. Sean, back to Sean with that.
Okay, well, you just caught me off guard. So
Yeah, sorry. Pause.
I guess kind of be like some type of like hybrid athlete or something. Like I like going. I like
Gonna
going
get
for,
robotic legs.
robotic. No. I'm talking just like I don't know, like doing like I guess some type of like marathon or something. Like I just like
okay.
that kind of training, like
Nice.
it's like the training for MMA, like what you have to go through, like that kind of hybrid training with like lifting, running, all this like
Nice.
different. Like I like that kind of lifestyle, so probably something along those lines.
You don't like baseball? I wouldn't go back to baseball.
No, I don't like baseball. No.
All right, Joey. What about you?
All right. I know we're not talking about MMA, but I'm just putting this out there. I'm not even being cocky. There's no one that does MMA that's actually good at MMA that can ride a dirt bike better than me. There's no one even close. Like anyone can come and we can run it. I'm gonna dust your ass. But if I wasn't playing MMA, If I wasn't playing MMA, I would probably would love to race motocross. I love it. I used to train it when I was younger, and I can still ride. And that shit is so fun, bro. But that's a challenge for anyone out there. If you think you can ride with me, there's no chance. Bro. There's actually no chance. I would bet my whole life that I die right now.
And James, what are you doing? You can't fight, and you want to be rich. You want to be happy and do what you love. What are you doing?
I know what he's doing, but we can't say it.
Drink,
Yeah,
talk to chicks,
I
a lot,
Hell yeah.
eat pizza, and drink soda.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do to make that living happen?
Walk around with a camera and talk to chicks.
Hell yeah, that seems about right.
Probably something like that.
I feel like
you
we
could
could
be
all do that. I feel like we could do it as a group.
I feel like James could be an actor though.
Yeah, but like
I could probably be an actor, but I mean,
Not probably. You could. I've seen you act. I've seen you hump things.
yeah, that too.
that's what I was thinking.
Like inanimate objects. Like he
I
dances.
probably would ChkM8 Entertainment. I probably would be famous on the internet if I really locked in with what I do.
Bro,
if you followed me around with a camera,
Bro,
Yeah, you guys have no idea how funny this guy is.
If we all couldn't fight, I mean, we can obviously do this still while we're fighting.
And I just want to say, if there's like a new Planet of the Apes coming out and you guys need like a main character to walk around like a fucking chimpanzee or something, like I know a guy.
I'm the
I know
guy,
a guy.
bro. Those types
He's
of
the
movies,
guy, bro.
rom-coms. I definitely do rom-coms. Like what's that movie with Matthew McConaughey and the chick about like falling in love in like 10 days? You know what I'm talking about? And that's like how to. Ah, man.
We need to get James on.
How to make a girl fall in love with you in 10 days, and then
I guess
how to make a guy break up with you in 10 days. It would just be one-sided, and it would take me less than 10 days.
What about was it
James? He doesn't need a fight, bro. He could go.
what about Love is Blind? Yeah,
Love is Blind is I could probably be on that show.
He needs.
I heard you put in an application. They didn't reach out yet.
I did put in the application. I was politely waitlisted, but
we're gonna have to fix that.
Never
We need
say
somebody
never.
to talk to somebody.
No, we need to get James on the Bachelor.
Somebody's got to talk to somebody. You guys don't understand. This is the funniest guy. If you put a camera on this guy, your ratings are going up. Like he's the
possibly.
funniest.
I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn.
You're getting banned.
I'll
or you're getting
toot it. No, you're not going to get banned. Just cut those small parts out. Edit them a little bit. He'll make your producer
UFC
work.
freak. What does that mean?
What? Where are you guys reading?
Dirt bikes and
Oh, Islam? No, I'm trying.
what does that mean?
I thought we were still on the topic of Love Island.
Oh,
Jackson, if it pays enough, man.
that was funny as hell.
Oh man.
But yeah, while we're on the topic, I don't have a girlfriend.
And he's
So-
trying to get on Love Is Blind.
Love Island
Would-
could
Love
be my
Island,
next step.
Any of them.
Depending on how these two fights shake out. If I can't get an opponent, maybe
Yes,
the Delta Bachelor.
would be perfect.
Bro, we
Getting
got-
him on the Bachelor.
I
would
would
be the
personally,
greatest season
I
you
would
ever
personally
have.
prefer the Bachelor because I'm pretty sure that it's one dude and 30 chicks.
Yeah,
So
so you can't fly.
And, like-
that's much more my speed. So
And if you have just him on camera, that's the whole season. Like the problem with putting James on Love Island or something is you got to give everybody else camera time. But if you can give James,
and I get
like,
really shy, so I
50%
don't want
of
to
it.
get greedy with the camera. I don't want to like kill anybody's shine. I get really nervous when it is a camera and there's a bunch of people.
Yeah, we
around.
gotta
So
work on
if it was
that.
just me and it was like a personal vlog, it would be a lot more successful.
Or Bachelor, just James and 30 chicks. Like I couldn't think of anything to make more money for everybody involved and make
And
James as well.
it works out for everybody because I would love
James
to,
finds
so-
love. And that's
Yeah.
the most important here. James finds the love of his life that he's looking for.
Who knows? Who knows what's in the store in the
We had one
future?
more person that's called Jerome. Not bad.
Bring Romy in. Jerome, are you out here? Comment if you're here, Jerome. We need to know you're here. Can you put Jackson's comment up there?
Why do I get everything late?
His comment's good.
How do we kick Jackson?
You guys see the comments?
All right, so hear me out. Would you guys
Nah. See,
wait, where did that one come from?
James, when you're speedy 30.
Oh, that.
Oh,
man.
that's funny.
All right, so
It's all good, UFC freak. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
hypothetical situation. You guys pillow fighting for money. Would you do it?
What do you mean, bro? Easy.
Literal pillow fighting for money. Like you get a pillow.
No, that's it.
This dude gets a pillow and try to knock his ass out.
Bro, I'm putting rocks
No.
in my shit.
Mm.
Butter.
I know Sean's doing it. He looks like a pillow fight.
Yeah,
That's probably what him and Jack were doing in the hotel room. He was warming up for the fight, pillow fight.
James, when you're speedy 30, dude.
Huh? Oh yeah, that's right.
That's so funny, bro. Why is there a question?
I don't know why it's so funny.
Yeah. Because imagine him saying it.
Oh,
Would you rather
always be
sticky or
sticky? Sweaty? Fuck, I feel like it's
I'd
got to
rather
be
be sweaty.
sticky.
Ew.
No, it's got to be sticky because if you're always sweaty, you're always sticky too.
Nuh-uh.
Kinda, yeah.
What are you talking about? What are you talking
I don't know. You don't feel sticky when you're sweaty?
All right, we need another.
Yeah, we need more questions like that. They're good.
Someone drop an actual question.
I got questions.
Regardless of questions, I actually really have to go. So I gotta wrap this
All right,
up.
James.
All
Why?
right, later. Thanks for
Yeah,
having
I
me.
love you, James.
Why? You gotta tell us why.
You got to go. All right, gang.
Oh.
Sound three of us.
How does he really have?
Oh yeah. Sean would be the champ.
This is actual thing.
Bro, Sean.
Oh.
Come on, Sean.
Dang,
Short
that-
notice.
It's on
Short
ESPN.
notice. Short
Short
notice.
notice.
3 days, Sean.
If it's short notice, I'll take it.
There you go. We got a guy. PFC at the Wells Fargo main event. Sean Casey, 3 days notice. Lock it in.
3 days notice.
Y'all watch the fights this weekend after your fights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, that's some good.
Yo, that's crazy because so obviously I'm gonna back my boy.
$200 on Pfeiffer by knockout, right? Still happy he won, submitted him.
He got you.
But double down, and the next dude double armbarred him, and I come back, right? I'm 100 up.
Damn.
I throw the rest of the 100, Marab, Yuri, and all I need was Ankalaev to win, bro. and he screwed it up.
That's
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah, it didn't take
It sounds
long.
like it sounds like Joe got you, man. Joe,
No,
come on.
Joe, I went up $100 and I
Joe,
paid
you
all.
couldn't stand up. Just knock him out.
He choked him out.
Nah, it was a beautiful win. That was
I
awesome.
said he was the parlay record last weekend, Joey.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But like that's a sneaky parlay ad though. Joe Piper by submission because it's like a big.
Sam was right. James' brother put Joe Piper just by finish, and he was right because
yeah, that's a good call too. But like it's hard because when you rock somebody, it's so easy to take a submission. Sometimes it's hard to not take by finish.
Well, we knew that.
And he's ranked 15 now.
I know.
Which seems about right. He should have. I feel like he should have had that a little quicker.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually looking at that the other day. I'm gonna pull it up here. We can chop it if you want.
What's that?
The ranking. See, I didn't even really look. I did the graphic on our page just for him being at 15, but I just kind of wanted to chop it up here and see where we're at with the division.
Pull up the 85 rankings, and I'm going to say who I can beat.
I'm just realizing that next time we all fight and have blonde hair when we come on a stream that Wednesday, you're gonna have to bleach your hair, bro.
Oh
Talking to you, Price.
I'm not.
At least your beard, bro.
No, I don't. I'm good. I'm good. If I take the hat off, it's half gray anyway, so it's all good.
Oh, we'll take that.
Let me pull this up here. I gotta
we'll get you one of the Georgia hats.
If people are paying attention to, we got a bunch of people. Broad Street Kickboxing jumped in. A bunch of guys out your way.
Hell yeah.
Donnie Brumel. A couple names I recognize over there.
Y'all see the bare knuckle fights?
Nah.
Yeah, that was.
Oh
insane.
man, the chick fight. I can't even say her name.
Borgia and Freya.
No, yeah. I just liked McGregor when he was talking about Jeremy Stevenson and Mike Perry, and he was like trying to hype up the fight, and he just called them both bums and said that was so funny, bro.
But the chick fight, if you didn't see it, guys, go on your phones and look at this fucking finish. It was a good ass fight, though. It was like the whole fight was good.
Nah, bro, everyone has to watch that Contender Series fight last night. That was
I can never watch that shit because I'm at the gym till like 9.
Did you see about it though? They both got $25K bonus.
Where are we at? Where's 185? Muhammad?
Right there, Drickus.
Wait.
Yeah.
All right, so our boy Joe.
Vittori, I don't see what is
Vittori sucks, bro. I'm spanking.
He's popular. Is that me? Whose phone's going off? Joey's the only. Joey's the famous one. Come on, Joey.
That's me. My bad.
Yeah.
That's his OnlyFans. That's his OnlyFans subscription.
Yeah,
bro, someone text me. I gotta
use my code.
It's Gucci texting them. They saw him on the pod. They want to book him. Vittori.
I got Joey.
Yeah, Costa.
Got Joey. Easy takedowns.
Oh, I'm smashing Vittori and Costa. Delete say he lost me so much money. I can never talk about him.
So you gotta beat him,
bro. Easily. Come on.
You gotta.
Jarek Cannonier.
Yep.
Just not get knocked out, and I feel like fire him out.
MVP.
Ooh, that's a good one, bro.
That's a good one.
That is a good one, bro.
He don't hit hard enough though. No way.
Bro,
Brendan Allen. I think MVP should be above Brendan Allen. I think Brendan.
He just needs more fights right now, bro. He's gonna be top 3.
What's the chances Joey lands a solid shot on Michael Page, and he makes like a Steve Urkel noise?
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about, Dill? Like you hit him and that noise comes out, or like when somebody's choking you.
Honestly, what I would do is I would literally. They would say, "Fuddy, are you ready?" And I would sprint as fast as I could at him, and I would just grab his ass, and he ain't getting out.
Yeah,
Brendan Allen, he should not be in there. All right, next one, Robert Whitaker.
There's only a 50-50 chance that Michael Page caves your forehead in, just like he did.
Yeah, it's only 50-50, and I'll take it.
That's good odds, bro.
Really good. Better odds than I'm getting every weekend.
If you bet on something, 50-50 is pretty good.
And I'm sure there's a site where we can bet on that. No, Robert Whitaker, number 8.
Robert Whitaker, I love Robert Whitaker, but he's no longer his time. I think he has one more win. I think he has one more good win in him just before he needs to be done. You know, I think he can do one more, maybe.
Yeah, but be done. See, we've said this a bunch. and I don't know if it's because I'm like the old guy in the room or what, but like the journeyman and gatekeeper aren't like bad for guys like Robert Whitaker. Maybe, I mean, I don't want to say put out the pasture, but like a guy like Robert Whitaker can hang around the middle as long as he's well enough to make weight and it's not too much on his body.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Robert Whitaker hanging out in the middle? Like maybe he's got one more, but maybe he's
No,
got a
like,
couple
I
more
think
of those divisions.
no, yeah. I just think with a guy with Robert Whitaker, just because he's had
What?
like was known as the man for so long, it's just like it's always sad to see like when it's just everyone has like a time where they're not going to be the man anymore, and it's just sad because he was like such a man for a while, and him being a gatekeeper kind of like sucks to think about because he was like.
How old are you? Wait, how old are you?
I'm
again?
on too.
Isn't it? It's 22 to be like you 22-year-olds like, man, he was so good for so long, and I'm like, bro, you haven't seen anything yet. Like, wait, everybody in 10 years is gonna retire, and you're fucking gonna feel some type of fucking way about it.
I'm gonna be. I mean, at that point, like right now, I don't care. I'm not a fan of anyone. I want to be everyone, so I don't really care.
I know what you're saying. Though. You don't want to see him like get beat the fuck up like 4
Yeah,
or 5
and
times
yeah,
and
it
he
just
quits.
you don't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like him. I think he's a good dude.
Yeah.
Barajo number 7.
Yeah.
Fighting Nerds.
Who the fuck is that guy?
He just got beat up real bad.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the Fighting Nerds team. I don't really like them. I just think I don't know. I just don't really like them.
I think they got a heavy push. I mean, to no fault of their own for what their record was coming up. I haven't dug into like combined records of anybody or what the depth of their opponent's records is, but like they had a good push behind them for sure. And again, a little chink in the armor. It is what it is. They didn't have a good night the other week, but everybody has a bad night at the office every once in a while.
Yeah.
Anthony Hernandez.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I like Fluffy. I think he's not like super good. Like he's not phenomenal anywhere, but he's pretty good everywhere. So it makes him a really good fighter, obviously.
Yeah, I think that's like.
So are we now in the top half of the top 15? Really haven't found. Here's where it's going to get interesting, though. You might have like an Algeo Marab situation because I don't know if I don't know if you're ever going to see a Brendan Allen, Joe Pfeiffer. That's where it gets interesting for this.
I don't know. I think,
and I mean, you know him better than everybody here, probably, Joey. So you know, what I'm saying I'm not speculating.
I'm not trying to like air him out.
Words in his mouth. No.
Yeah, exactly. But I think Joe, what he wants is he just, he knows how good he is and he wants to get to the top. So I don't think he's not going to fight anyone just because he's trained with them once or twice. Just because they train together, like
I knew they had some type of relationship, and like I said, I'm not
but nothing like
anything that's not public knowledge. But
just like train together a couple times. But I think like Marab, and Algeo, they're like best friends sitting in each other's corner.
Yeah, there's probably a bad example. There's a bit of a difference there. Adesanya.
Yeah, Adesanya's just like cool, just like
he's just kind of there anymore. He's hanging out number 5.
He's kind of like everyone wants to fight Adesanya,
but he can't wrestle at all.
Yeah, it's just I'm just saying he's like a big name. Like everyone like fight Adesanya. It's like damn, that'd be cool. He's like a cool guy to fight.
RDR's at 4.
RDR and Dricus, I feel like they're like the same dude almost. I don't know why. They just like both fight drunk.
It's the weird style,
which makes them hard to fight. I think they're both pretty good.
Sean Strickland sitting at number 3.
I've actually got to train with Sean Strickland too. That was cool. Dill was there. It was cool. I was only like a year in too, bro. I swear I'm very grateful.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna put my money on Joe.
Yeah. That was dude. He I remember we were like doing some grappling. He's like, so Joey, he's like, the thing about this wrestling shit. And I was like, I know where this is going, bro.
Here's the thing, you guys.
Yeah, he's like, here's the thing about wrestling, Joey.
He just got married. He got married yesterday too.
I know. It was like I saw it on my Instagram and like I didn't know. It was like him and his wife and a bunch of people holding guns and just like I got married. I was like, oh, cool. Seems like a badass wedding.
And everybody I've ever met that talked to him, aside from like the stuff you see, like
he's a good dude. I like.
Nobody's got nothing really bad to say about it. A buddy of ours, Pat Brady, went out there.
I got to after we done training, like talk to him one-on-one for like 10 minutes, and we just talked about real life stuff, and he was a nice dude. I like him.
He was cool, and until he kicked me out of the room. Told me I was too small to go to the small kids' room.
Oh, did you get stuck over at the kids' table?
Yeah.
They were in a like 200-degree room upstairs.
Did they do it by height?
It was No, it was body weight. He thought I was like a 170 pounder at first, and I was like, "Nah, bro, I'm a 145er." He was like, "What? Get upstairs." I was like, "But I'm here." And then we had to go train in a room with heat blasting in Vegas, and I trained in sweats, and I had a hoodie, like a sweatshirt on that day for extra coolness. And then it was a heated room. It was a nightmare. My training experience wasn't as fun as Joey's that day.
Yeah, mine was pretty fun.
Just downstairs living the Joey Milano life, and you're just stuck upstairs.
I was dying, bro.
Sweats, dying.
We had one of our Georgian guys at the gym, and I had him against the wall right next to the thermostat, literally pinned on the wall because I'm big brother. And the thermostat's like 6 inches from his face, and one of the guys comes over and starts turning the thermostat, and Nika's like, "Brother, yes, turn the air on. It's so hot." And the guy's like, "Nah, turn the heat up." And he was like, "Oh fuck, let's go downstairs, brother. Let's hit mitts." He was bitching hard. We love Nika, but
I mean, are you really having fun until you're like, you got to dive out of the sauna into the snow?
Honestly, I like the heat training like that in the room. Joey knows that. I be training in long sleeves,
sweats and sweatpants. And back in the wrestling days, if you wore sweats and sweatpants to practice, you had to take it off. That's at least how it was.
What? Really?
In college, they went. If we showed up with sweatpants on, they would make us take them off and put shorts on.
Why? It's hard to
Because
wrestle.
guys would be trying to cut weight during practice, and they would get.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't do it to cut weight.
Yeah, I know.
I just try to slow myself down a little bit so I don't beat everybody up so bad.
It's a lifestyle choice.
Yeah, when can we get Bill on one of these things? He has dad hours.
Oh, 100%. We're getting Bill on one of these.
I want to be on the one Bill's on too.
Yeah, we'll get him on here with you.
We need to get Bill and Bill on at the same time.
Bill and Dill.
Bill and Bill.
Deal, Joey.
Isn't your brother fighting soon? All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get him on here maybe next week. I don't know.
Who is he fighting?
Honestly, I don't even know the guy's name. Let's pull it up.
Yeah, you should probably. Aren't you cornering?
Well, it was like I wasn't prepared, and he hasn't been to the gym, so I haven't been preparing. Let me see here. He's fighting. Oh, it's not even on Typology. What the fuck?
Really?
Yeah. I think it's like Dead Serious or something.
It is. It's for Dead Serious. That's pretty much Ring of Combat. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Not sure of the guy's name, man. I'm sure it's in my messages.
$10 days. Does that sound right?
Yeah, he's fighting soon.
Yeah. It's next weekend.
Wait, what's your brother's name?
Will
Dill.
Yes, I'm not seeing any deals here at all. They don't have anything up here, buddy.
Oh, you know why? Because they probably can't make it official yet. Because I think he needed to get like a medical clearance or something for like a cut on his back.
I was just having a conversation with someone who I think is like 36. And he was complaining about New York medicals.
Yeah, he's not that old yet. He's like 32, I think.
Yeah.
I just read a thing about Ankalaev saying that he hasn't been able to finish a training session in the final 6 weeks of his camp.
Why not?
I don't know. It says he's injured.
It
looks like he just got knocked off.
Yeah, I don't know what he was going to do to change that.
He's got a broken rib. Well, I wonder where that came from.
Yeah, he's got a broken rib, but he got cracked.
Maybe the elbow.
Maybe the
broke his rib.
3 to 4 elbows that landed in the same area that his quote unquote broken rib was.
I would say that would help the break.
I don't believe anything that comes out of Ali Abdelaziz's mouth. So
Oh yeah, I don't fuck with that guy at all.
I don't.
I can get turning the Conor McGregor in here.
What are we doing? What are we talking about? We didn't. Sorry, I can't even talk. What are we thinking about this whole pinky toe? What do they say? Pinky Gate 2024.
You know, I broke my pinky toe.
Yeah, he broke his pinky toe, pulled out of a big ass fight with Michael Chandler, and you come to find out he's
McGregor. I honestly forgot about that.
Yeah, he's suspended retroactively 18 months back in June. Coincidentally, it's the same date that he was supposed to fight Chandler, or the day before he was supposed to fight Chandler or something like that. It's
all because they didn't know where he was on a specific date. Like, that's crazy talk.
Yeah, he did. That's the thing. He didn't fail any drug tests. He still hasn't failed a drug test.
It's not like they just couldn't come and test him that specific day because he wasn't home. Like, okay, give him it tomorrow. I mean, I don't know how it works, but I would imagine you can't do anything.
No, it's part of the contract. And
no, I know that.
Yeah, you know
but
how.
I'm saying, like, fuck, man, suck. But it was his third time doing it, I guess.
Yeah, I think they said there was like 2 occurrences or something like that. What else? DBX4 is coming up end of the month. I'd like to see Joey Milano in some DBX4. That'd be nice.
What is that?
Dirty boxing. Yeah.
Oh,
Have you watched any of that yet?
Is that the bare knuckle fighting?
No, it's like the it's boxing.
Where you can elbow.
Yeah, hold on. So it's boxing with hybrid. It's boxing with hybrid MMA gloves.
You can hit.
Yeah, spinning elbows,
and you can ground them down for a couple seconds.
Oh, you know what? I feel like I do remember seeing that.
You get a natural. If you get a knockdown, you get 3. You can do 3 seconds of ground and pound, but you got standing. It's standing ground and pound.
That's kind of similar to the Karate Combat. It sounds like.
Yeah, it's Mike Perry owns it, I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Malky, first round management, Malky Kawa, Malky and Abraham, John Jones manager.
Yeah, that guy tried to manage me.
Yeah, Malky runs it with his brother.
Joey's unmanageable.
I told him I'm unmanageable, though. He hit me up through this guy I know. I was saying that he would sign me as an amateur.
This dude's unmanageable.
Amateur, and I was like, I'm unmanageable.
Pretty solid outfit.
He said he'd do it for $1 million, though.
Yeah, he's like, yo, we'll do this. I'll get you a bunch of stuff, but when you win the belt, you got to give me 100% of your game. I was like, oh, nice. Sounds like a deal. All right, boys.
You guys get ready to check out?
I'm ready. I'm going to get to bed soon. Yeah. Champ's got to sleep.
Champ's got to get some sleep.
Meaning sleep, I'm going to get on Xbox and probably play UFC.
Got practice.
I gotta do some. I train when I don't train. Bro.
I learned a bunch of moves back in like UFC, the original one when it came out. It was called like UFC 2009. I was learning moves on there.
That's what I'm about to do, cuz.
Then you brought it to the gym.
Yeah, bro, dead ass. I remember I learned like that rolling knee bar from guard when somebody's standing. Scoop the leg and roll under. I learned that shit from UFC 2009, and I hit it probably so many times.
All right, thank you for having me. I want to be back, so thank you guys.
Yeah, well, it's appreciate you, dude. Joey Milano merch live now. Go get you some.
Let's go.
Oh yeah. Maybe potentially some short notice King merch coming up.
That would be cool to have some merch.
We can make it happen. We can make it happen.
All right. Yeah, my family's all hitting me up for merch too, so. But I'm gonna head out too.
My dog.
So thank you for having me on.
He's got school tomorrow. No. Hey, thanks for sure. Let us know. I'll get Dill get us linked up with the merch.
Okay, cool.
All right, bro. Talk soon.
Thank you.
And then there was one.
No, I'll come back, buddy. Come back. Nice little hour chopping it up with the boys.
Hell yeah.
I will say and again, not to sound like a broken record, like a decade and a half being around this shit. James, and this is no takeaway to Joey either. James Lito speaks the way he speaks and fights the way he fights. Like, the kid is got a bright future. Like, I'm stoked to have him in the fold here. He represents us. We get to help grow him. Perks of bringing Coach Dill on. No. This has been the Algeo MMA Takeover. The only one we were missing, I think, was Senor Perfecto, but that's to be.
There's a handful of others, but yeah, we'll get Bill on here eventually.
Handful of others. Anthony Dill coming to you live from his 59th floor overlooking the city of Philadelphia.
Luxury.
Just
I got piano lessons at 10:15. So.
There was a dude in the garage. He has like a studio set up on the edge of his garage, and it looked like a backdrop. And the people in his chat were talking shit, and he picked up his keys and was like, bloop, bloop. And it was like some supercar back there, right? And he's like, oh, you still don't believe me? And he got up and he walked over and he opened the door up. It looked like your bullshit ass piano that you have in the background, yeah, but it was a supercar. It's pretty cool.
I'd go prove everyone wrong, but I just,
your fingers hurt from you hit the bag and knuckles and all that.
Yeah.
Fully understand. A lot going on this week. Watched the fights. Checked everything out this weekend.
Yeah, there was some good fights, man. That girl fight was pretty damn good. That bare knuckle girl fight.
Yeah.
And then which fight?
It was crazy. The amount of I'm kind of glad that I didn't end up going to that because of the situation. But man, Pat Sullivan's fight dropped. Garb's fight dropped. There was some. Apparently, there was some caught from people on the ground, and I talked to them myself, and I'll have to go back and watch it again. Some issues with the Elijah Harris stoppage, and you probably call me a little bit biased when I talk about the Buffalo Soldier, but a little bit of drama with the stoppage. Don't know what's going on with it. Heard some mutterings. A lot of people agreed. So,
yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing, so I can't really say.
I was bouncing back and forth between that and something else. We do have, like I said, a DBX card coming up live from Nashville, I think in 2 weeks. We'll cover that closer to the time. Bill will be back next week. Bill Bookwalter, that is. He'll be back next week. I'm going to hit this for the ones that are still in the chat. Our fresh roasted order specialty grade MMA themed coffee, all of our fighter merch, including James Lito, Joey Milano, and more. ChkM8MMA.com. Full episodes at ChkM8 MMA on YouTube. If you're not subscribed, subscribe over there. Clips of the well-spoken James Lito and the entire rest of the show will be available at ChkM8 MMA coming soon. We got stuff up now from previous stuff. Check us out. Exclusive interviews, content, and more. Millions.co/ChkM8 MMA. So that's and of course, this earlier. I figured you'd like this. Or at least, hey, are you paying attention?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Make sure that the mystical comment, you knew where it came from. That's a banner that we did for the show. It just happened to come up like that. I can literally just do
Where'd
this.
that come from?
Just off the top of my head, kind of.
Oh, I thought somebody commented. Oh, even better.
No, we can just run it. We can just run it like an ad. Oh man. Anything else? You got anything else going on? We're gonna call it a little bit early tonight. We ran a little over last week.
Yeah. I figured we'd get chirping a little more, but early.
No, it was good. We'll get some good clips out of it. Good show. Had some solid comments.
Oh yeah.
Bunch of people tuned in. Bunch of people. I literally lost. Where did I lose it at? Yeah, Instagram's still rolling. Everybody was in over there. I wish there was a way we can get the comments up here. We're getting a lot more traction over there. So appreciate everybody tuning in on Instagram. Appreciate everybody tuned in live on ChkM8 MMA's Facebook and YouTube. Support your local fighter. Pay attention to these boys and their names and go watch their fights. Appreciate you, bro. This dude's in it to win it. Go follow his channel if you don't follow his channel. Shout out to Anna, Broad Street Kickboxing, Donnie, the future Mrs. Garb joined in on Instagram. Malachi Harvey. Bunch of people tuned in over there. Appreciate everybody working on a way to get them comments over here. Dude, you got anything coming up? Any shout outs? You said you got some boxing coming up there, fella?
Yeah, I'm boxing November 1st, Valley Forge Casino. That's pretty much it right now. Yeah.
No camp over Thanksgiving, so you could be fat guy status with the rest of us.
Well, I'm sure I'll have a fight right after that scheduled. I'm gonna try to stay active. I'm thinking a MMA fight after this, so we'll see. But I'm sure I'm pretty good with my weight, so I'm sure I'll be able to eat and enjoy myself Thanksgiving. I'm pretty picky.
Yes, us fat people, we us retired blue belts. I like that. I've heard that the other week, and I'm going to stick with that. I'm a retired blue belt, and haven't been in the gym in a little while because of my back, but I enjoy Thanksgiving every year, buddy.
I'm picky, man. I just like steak and red meat. So Thanksgiving is not that exciting to me.
I mean, when you've been doing it one way for so long, why change? You know what I'm saying? You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah.
And this old dog's being a fat ass on Thanksgiving.
I do love some mac and cheese though.
I mean, it's kind of like you go for the cousin walk, you come back, you eat, you go for another cousin walk, you come back and eat some more, you go for another cousin walk.
Uncle walk now.
Uncle walk. Look, somebody's calling you.
Dead ass though. I got a fucking fresh bag of Doritos. I don't eat Tasty Cakes. Fuck Tasty Cakes talking about, but I do have a bag of Doritos right behind me. I don't know if he was just joking with both of this. I've been eating the sweet and tangy barbecue. Oh, they're so good.
Robert F. Kennedy's gonna be so disappointed in you, Dill.
Why? Oh yeah, the Doritos. I know. I'm waiting for them to take the food dyes out of there, but they are good. I don't eat a lot of junk though. Like I buy a lot of junk and won't eat it.
My problem is I eat a lot of chicken, but it's a lot of breaded chicken. That's my problem. No, it's literally 3 discs being fucked up in my back. Dill, he's a little fucking busy right now, fella.
Yeah, I'm busy.
No, it's these 3 discs. Once I get these discs straightened out, man, I'll be back into it. I'm doing a little bit now, but not much.
Yeah,
so
no, back to work.
I'm excited.
Having a serious injury. I remember I was playing football. I don't even know how old I was. I want to say I was like 20. And it was in the winter time. We were playing like tackle football with my friends, and it was like snow on the ground. But I tried to leap over him. And I did it a couple times, but the last time I tried it, I leaped and he reached up and tapped my feet and I landed on my back. And man, I feel to this day, I still have a bruise like on my back. It's weird. Got these little dot bruises. So I couldn't imagine like hurting a vertebrae or something.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty. But hey, looking forward to getting some roll. I've done some light stuff. When I had the gym here before we got rid of it, we brought the vets in and stuff. So I did a little bit of stuff, but as it got more and more bad, worse than it was kind of time to stop, riding motorcycles and doing shit too. And basically told me I couldn't have any fun anymore for a little while. So
yeah, I'm waiting to get a bike again. I crashed mine a few years back. Well, I got hit, crashed. Don't know how you whatever you want to call it.
I didn't wrestle. I got off like 7 years of kickboxing and jiu-jitsu. I'm a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. I'm a medically retired blue belt in jiu-jitsu because I would still. That's one thing I stopped when I decided I didn't want to get punched in the face anymore training. I stuck with jiu-jitsu.
That's not what I talk to the gang about. Why all these good wrestlers don't fight.
I mean, at least there's a path for it. I mean, it's what else are you gonna do as a collegiate wrestler?
Well, no, it's like a lot of good wrestlers, like because I wrestled my whole life too. I've been around good wrestlers and I've trained since I was like young too. So I always ask like, yo, why don't you start doing kickboxing, this or that, so you can do MMA? And they would always have the same answer. It's like, I don't want to get punched in the face. So a lot of those guys just like to wrestle, and they're just like us, like not like us, I guess, but like normal people, and just don't want that kind of confrontation.
No, I mean, I was that textbook guy that had probably, I mean, I got fined I don't know how many times in high school for fighting, and had altercations, but never really knew what I was doing. I guess I just came out on the lucky end of a shitty situation. And then walked into an MMA gym and realized, oh wow, there's a whole world of difference to this. And I'm like, all right, I'll learn just enough jiu-jitsu stuff to. I was comfortable. I felt comfortable with my feet, and I'm a fucking southpaw. So like, nobody that doesn't train, they don't know really what to do. And I, played around with little kicks, like you said, picked up a few things here and there, but nothing like official. And then I walked into an MMA gym, and it was like a fucking eye opener. And then I fell in love with jiu-jitsu after that. And I didn't even, after my second fight got canceled with an injury, I kind of found the business side of everything. So I kind of just was able to do the business side of it, still roll jiu-jitsu, still do some light sparring and stuff like that. And then jacked my arm up. So that kind of stopped that. I was still able to do jiu-jitsu. So I kind of, trained like an idiot, would get knocked out, drive home, not give a fuck, not hydrate enough. Like, just glad that it's evolved enough to where people were starting to pay a little more attention to it.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
probably have some. I'm not as stupid as Brendan Shaw, but I probably have some CTE. So
I feel like the discovery of electrolytes and that whole difference changed a lot.
Yeah, I mean, what I was going to say it earlier when the guys were talking, but you got guys that are like, give Lito Milano 2-3 years and let them end up wherever they're going to be in 2-3 years, right? There's going to be another Lito Milano coming up right behind. You know what I'm saying? The difference is the group of guys before them, maybe they were a wrestler that, and you could speak for their experience too. Maybe they're a wrestler that got good at striking or had to get good at striking or wanted to get good at striking or whatever. Maybe they were a striker that wrestled. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, there's all different kinds of circumstances. But you got guys coming up and coming on the Contender Series that are, 18, 19, I wouldn't say 18, but 18, 19, 20 years old out here in the world competing in the regionals. 18, 19, 20 years old that have trained MMA. They've just trained MMA. You got guys that are 22, 23 years old that have the benefit of 7, 8 years of just wrestling one day a week, jiu-jitsu one day a week, striking one day a week, boxing,
Wasn't that Rojas or whatever kid, like 18 when wasn't he on the Contender or something? At 18?
Yeah, he debuted. He was the youngest guy. Yeah, I mean, but you look at Josh Van. That kid is just as young as the guys, just as young as the guys we had on the night, and he's already getting ready to fight for a title. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
the name sounds familiar. I just can't put a face to it.
Yeah, he's from. Is it? I don't know. I know it's one or the other. It used to be one, now it's the other. But it's Burma. He's Burmese. Burst. I guess, was he Contender Series? I think he was Contender Series. I have so hard of a fucking time keeping up with everything. I don't even remember where he got his start. Somebody in the chat. If the chat's still in there, hit it up. But you got the benefit of guys that are 23 that have been training MMA since they were 8 years old, as opposed to 10 years ago when maybe a kid got into jiu-jitsu, or maybe he did karate when he was younger, then got into some jiu-jitsu, then maybe did some Muay Thai. Maybe. And now it's like you got guys that have 5 years of everything.
Yeah.
6 years of everything, 7 years of everything. And they're coming in here. Fighters aren't fighters anymore either. They're like high performing athletes.
I feel like you need to be like really good at something. Though.
I mean, it's a whole lifestyle. You can either live it. It's just like anything else. If you're 1 foot in and 1 foot out, if you're blowing up super big and you ain't dedicated enough to bring it down, you're gonna get in your own way. Like it's
weird because it depends on your size too. Like the bigger you are, the less need of a grappling skill you need. So you need to be fucking really good at striking. And then the smaller you are, obviously you still need to be really good at striking, but you also need to be really good at wrestling, or at least counter wrestling, being smart, wrestling IQ, knowing how to not engage in wrestling against better wrestlers, striking against better wrestlers.
I didn't realize it until, and I think that's why we balanced each other out so well. My little brother was my training partner for probably the last, well, I wouldn't say the last because I trained after he left, but for a chunk of the time, the last 5 years I trained, my brother trained with me, like right alongside every gym we went to, whatever. And then he left for the Army. But I had the advantage of, like, he came up through where we live in Pennsylvania, some of the deepest wrestling in this state.
Yeah.
People that like know a little bit about wrestling in general, they throw names like Iowa, Nebraska, and all that. No, Pennsylvania, high school wrestling is some of the deepest in the country.
Yeah, Pennsylvania is just.
I was fortunate enough to be able to go train under Chris Haynes, who's actually one of the guys behind the girls wrestling movement in PA too, which I'm happy to see. But fortunate enough, just like Joey was saying, blessed on the journey to be able to interact with these people and meet these people. But yeah, so I had a guy that made it to, my brother never made it to state champion or anything like that, but he went pretty deep in a deep division.
Mm-hmm. I mean, even getting the regionals in PA is like not easy.
Yeah, no, he was. I think my brother was regionals, sectionals once, regionals twice, or vice versa. I don't remember.
Yeah, regionals is like right before states.
Yeah. Speaking of, shout out to Levi Haynes, just won, I think, silver. A couple weeks back. Went to school right down the road, wrestled right down the road here.
Where do you get silver at?
Was it the world? Oh, I'm not deep enough to know this shit. The one, was it Trent Hidley? I can't. I'm gonna fuck his name up without being in front of it.
Hildebrandt?
No, they just wrestled. Hold on, I'll tell you the name because again, I don't pay attention to. He just got married too. Senior World Championships.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
2025 Senior World Championships, September 13th through the 21st. He just took silver. Again, I don't follow wrestling like that. Like, my brother was out of it. I know Levi. Pay attention to Levi. Penn State's right up the road. And I know Levi because he's a local boy. Really, I watched him come up. So,
yeah, wrestling is that key component. Shout out to Anna Palumbo Mipedi. She just got silver at Mat Return Open like a week and a half ago, something like that. She wrestled a week after her kickboxing fight. She got silver in her third wrestling tournament. It's her first loss. Wrestling. Where are you wrestling?
Yeah, I thought somebody was being a jackass in the comments, and then I realized that you guys knew who it was.
Yeah, it's Jackson. He's trying to learn how to wrestle. He's got a extra half a chromosome. Just a half. So he's a wild one.
Yeah. What the fuck is that? I really can't believe they're doing Bilal versus Ian Gary, and they're probably going to call it a title eliminator. Sean Brady. Then again, I don't know what the plan are, what's going on in the background.
Sean beat Bilal, right?
No, Bilal beat Sean. But I think I feel like it was just a situation, and I think Sean even said this, that he learned from that. I feel like it helped. You learn if you learn from an L, it's not really an L. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like what you saw what you just saw happen to Bilal, I think Sean Brady would have done the same thing. I think Sean Brady does the same thing to Ian Gary.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sean Brady does this. I mean, you've seen what he did to Leon.
Yeah, no, he's a beast.
Again, so
we're in the hotbed. Like people like don't realize our area is just so good at everything. Everything.
Yeah, I don't. And we talked about this at the beginning. We started doing the merch and stuff. Like, Philadelphia combat sports in general doesn't get the respect. And, I mean, look, and again, being an outsider, sometimes people get on this chat, friends of mine, they get on the show, they'll comment, they'll be like, hey, they think I'm closer to Philly. I do have an affinity for Philly. If you had to make me, gun to my head, if I had to choose between Philly and Pittsburgh, 10 out of 10 times it's going to be Philly.
It's just the area, Pennsylvania, like in general, like the area we just got the best wrestling. Pennsylvania has the best boxing, and that alone is like fighting. You know what I mean? If you can perfect the two, you're going to be successful in MMA, and I think that's going to start showing as people, you know, like we were talking about earlier. Everybody's doing everything now, so it's just going to spread. And we're going to be the fastest growing, fastest hotbed producing the best athletes. We're going to be the Dagestan. We're going to be the whatever.
Yeah, I mean, the what I saw from those two guys Friday night, and then what I just heard, the way they represent themselves.
That's just the beginning, man. Both of their performances, like in terms of what they're capable of, were mediocre. You know what I mean? They did that good, and like I don't like they both are capable of so much more and so much better than that performance even. And it's not like neither of them had a bad performance in any way, but that was just like a little taste of what their potential is.
I mean, yeah, we can kind of just touch on it a minute, and then we could circle back next week, especially when Bill's here. We're all about perspective here. We're not just support your local fighter. We're all about perspective. You know, Bill spent almost a decade being the third man in the ring with two fighters. So when it comes to rule enforcement perspective from a referee's point of view, I think we got one of the best guys on the internet that's able to talk outside Big John. And now, you know, Dill brings certainly another aspect, boxing insight. You know, as we've already discussed before in the show, he's a professional boxer. So an area we were lacking before 100% was boxing, our boxing coverage. I've respected science. I watched the big ones, but I'm just not a big boxing fan. Dill can bring that to the table, as well as, you take a guy like, and again, I'll use him by name, but I don't mean to just single them out by name. You take a Joey Milano or a James Lito. I mean, you got to almost let them go at their own pace. Each guy's a little bit different, but like you just said, the performance, they're capable, and you know what they're capable of because you see it day in and day out.
Yeah.
But it's do you, for lack of a better term, do you take them? And you hear parents doing this in football sometimes. They'll hold a kid back a year in school to get them bigger for high school football, bigger, so do you have where when you as a coach are helping these guys choose their fights, are you really kind of just letting it up to them? Or
I mean, Bill has the final say in pretty much. I mean, they do, I guess, but Bill is like, I would say, more say, but
and I'm not saying, okay, so
if it was up to
for those
me,
that don't know, Bill Algeo, he's talking about
Algeo, Mr. Senior.
I'm just saying from a coach's perspective.
Yeah, so from my perspective, like if it was my way, like, which I guess is kind of how Bill is anyway, but can't speak for him. It's like just activity. You know what I mean? Like I would just keep them active, and then when we figure out it's time to go pro, we go pro, and then it's all strategic. But for now, as the amateurs, it's fight. If you're healthy, let's fight. You know what I mean? Period. Like kickboxing, boxing, whatever. They're about the box. Kickboxing's in the plans too. So if it's up to me, we just do a bunch of amateur fights until we know we're ready to go pro. And they're so young. Like they don't need to go pro anytime soon. So they still have all the time in the world. They could go pro when they're 30, and they still got 5 years at least in their prime.
Oh yeah, I mean,
So it's like
we talked about it earlier. Combined record for those two, 13-2, and that's just the two. That's just a snapshot of not the entire team. The combined record, which I don't. People will have a conversation. They don't want to include depth of opponents, like the opponent's depth, right? 41-5 as an amateur, so they're not fighting. They're not fighting.
Yeah,
slouches.
no one was easy. Yeah,
yeah,
they all looked easy to them. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not sure. I honestly don't remember James's loss. I think that was before we started training together. But Joey's loss, like he dominated the whole fight. Like it was one-sided completely, and he got caught at the end. You know what I mean? And he's still pretty new when it comes to jiu-jitsu, and this kid had some jiu-jitsu experience, you could tell. And he did some very good transitions, submission to submission until he got him. But I think it was like, I don't even remember the time. I want to say it was the last round and there was short time left. But yeah, he's just both of them dominant. Completely.
And the chain wrestling was evident. If you didn't know, Matt returned chain wrestled. Like it was just textbook. And then you turn around and fast forward. You kind of fast forward Saturday and watch what Merab did.
Yeah, it's literally that easy. If it's that easy, make it that easy. Yeah, it might be. I mean, not that either of them were boring. That's not boring at all. But Merab wasn't throwing people around like that as much.
No, and that's what I'm saying. So you look at that and the way he dominates.
Yeah.
And you see these two that you watched on Friday.
I don't think people would be mad about watching somebody ragdoll somebody versus watching people lay on people and not take them down. Like just like drag them to the mat. Like Merab's like jumping on the back of the knees and shit. Like that's not very exciting. But watching somebody pick somebody up and throw them through the air, run across the ring and jump on them, like that shit's exciting.
Yeah, he did. There was a time where James Leto was airborne over the weekend. I did remember that now that you say it.
James throws people around.
Yeah.
I mean, so does Joey too. They both do. They both fucking launch people.
Yeah.
So yeah, once they put together their ground and pound, like it's gonna be an easy ride to the UFC for those guys.
And for those of you that don't know, I would say Milano's, to put it in perspective for people like that don't. I mean, go look at his Instagram. Go follow him. Give him a follow. Look at his IG.
Both of them.
Go watch his fights. They're on YouTube. But he's definitely, and I don't want to like compare him to somebody else, but like he's Pfeiffer-esque, I think. Like I feel like build, just power. Like not to compare, but to compare because he does come from the same area, come up through the same regional network that you guys have over there. There's comparisons. Like I think people will figure it out. They're probably not going to believe. I mean, I would assume hits like a truck.
No, yeah.
You hold mitts for the kid. I would assume from what I've seen.
We fight.
Well, yeah. Hits like a truck.
Yeah.
You can attest to it. When I said hold mitts, I mean he uses his face to hold mitts.
Nah, I usually block it, but I feel how hard it is.
He moves the head.
Sometimes I hit my hand.
It's got good head movement. Didn't get through.
Joey's my hardest round. Joey's my favorite sparring partner. So we fight.
Well, I think hour 40 is enough, buddy.
Hell yeah. I didn't even know we went on that long.
Appreciate the people hanging on to the end. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Instagram died like an hour ago. I think we only go to an hour.
Yeah, I agree, Bill. But that makes it even funner too, because if he takes you down, it's that much more excitement.
If that's the man himself, then we're gonna throw. Then we're gonna have to throw the banner up. If Algeo, send your perfectos in the chat.
He's got OnlyFans too. You could put it on him.
They're instructionals, okay? They're only instructionals. But nothing else to add?
Nothing.
All right, Bill Bookwalter will be back next
Good time.
week. Maybe if Anthony Dill is good enough and behaves in the gym, we'll get Bill Algeo on the show. I'd love to chat it up with him.
Oh yeah. That'll be in the works.
Until next week, this has been Fight Show episode 84, powered by ChkM8 Specialty Roasters, available alongside your Anthony Dill, James Lito, Joey Milano merch. Short notice Sean shirts coming soon. You heard it here first. Short notice Sean and him there with his fucking mean face with his arms crossed.
Yep, it's official.
We're doing it. Next week, guys. See you. Peace. We're out. Till then, stay blessed, bro.